Hey guys, I'm Mitch.
I'm Austin.
This is Super Platinum Achievement, and Sony's got a big time showcase coming up. We're going to talk about that. But first, if you guys are new here, smash that subscribe button down below. We really appreciate it. Also, at the end of this video, if you liked it, give us a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, and maybe share with your friends too. So, coming up on the 24th, which is a Wednesday.
Yes.
At 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1
May
p.m.
24th.
Yeah.
As of recording
This. I mean, it's still going to be May 24th.
2 days from now.
When we recorded it.
A day from now.
But May 24th, 2023. PlayStation Showcase, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. And it's going to be an hour long.
Yeah.
And there's probably going to be some big things. PlayStation hasn't had a big showcase in a while. And we think that's because they've been trying to hold back because of this Microsoft Activision purchase. They want to kind of hold things, close to the chest, and
I think that's part of it, and I think a lot of it was trying to get the production of PS5 ramped up, which it is now, so they can feel confident in putting new games in the market and not kind of burying players in games they need to pick up if they just picked up a PS5.
And we know they're leaving PS4 in the past now. They've already started the Burning Shores DLC for Horizon. That was PS5 only, so it's already begun. All the future ones are going to be PS5 only from Sony Studios. So we're going to talk about what we think is going to happen, what we hope to see, and all that fun stuff. So first of all, I think we've got a few that are pretty much guarantees.
Yeah.
And the first one's going to be Final Fantasy 16. We did have a big state of play for that and saw a lot, but I think they're going to give it one last push because it comes out next month, almost a month after this showcase.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be more Final Fantasies shown besides just 16. I think it's going to maybe start with a big Final Fantasy chunk or be like a good chunk in the middle. They're going to obviously show a little more from 16. I think they're going to do Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. And then they are in full production of the next part for Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Finally. So I think we're going to get a big update for Final Fantasy stuff, and then maybe PC updates for Final Fantasy, because they said no, but then it's kind of been weird since then. So I don't think 16 is going to come out, but maybe we'll get 17
something
to
else
7
coming,
on PC. And I think that's actually going to be a big chunk of maybe what this is. It's kind of more of their jump to PC gaming. We kind of have seen that a little bit. So maybe they will be like, here's the PlayStation launcher on for PC or something. Maybe not. It's not super likely, but I think it'd be a smart move for them, especially a way to, I would say, counter Game Pass, but it might be like their kind of way to stake some claim on the PC market.
Just to get that extra moolah coming in.
Yeah,
and
because
Jim Ryan did state again just the other day, do not expect brand new games from Sony Studios to go to PC Day.
Yeah, but that being said, like Horizon and God of War, the first ones have been released on PC and sold really, really, really well.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they keep doing games that have been like Ghost of Tsushima.
I wouldn't be surprised to see
like
Ghost
that,
of Tsushima coming to PC, because they seem to time these PC releases along when a sequel's coming out.
Yeah, to kind of
Horizon came out the year before Horizon Forbidden West, God of War, like months before God of War Ragnarok came out. They're either doing that, or if a game's just not selling well, they put it on
And then,
PC.
like, obviously, Returnal just moved to PC as well. So I think that could be a thing. And then that's cool, a thing. And then also Spider-Man was on PC. Speaking of that, I think we're going to see a very in-depth look at Spider-Man 2. It's coming this year.
All that. Fall of 2023 is all we got. I'm expecting November.
Oh, you're thinking later. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking September, October, so he's thinking a little later. But we know it's coming this year.
Yeah, Spider-Man's going to be this year. They've restated it again. So we're going to see a lot of Spider-Man 2.
We're kind of on the fence about seeing something from Wolverine. So obviously we know Wolverine exists. They've had a teaser trailer. We're like wondering if there's going to be a full trailer or just not, because we do think he's going to show up in this Spider-Man game. So I wonder if that's just going to be the big, like, they're going to leave it at that, have it as the big reveal in the game and not waste a trailer yet for Wolverine. Because that is not expected till, they're saying next year.
End of next year, probably at the soonest for Wolverine.
So
we might get another teaser, but like Austin said, we think that their big reveal is going to be in-game in Spider-Man. That Wolverine's going to show up in Spider-Man 2. So Wolverine, question mark. Another one we think is going to be there and is probably a guarantee is Death Stranding 2. Especially because just yesterday Kojima tweeted a bunch of pictures and screenshots from it. So when Kojima starts doing stuff, it's on the horizon.
Yeah, he's known to be a troll, but usually when he does his troll antics, it means something is happening.
Yep.
He doesn't just do it just to be a troll. I guess.
So we know it's coming. We haven't seen anything big from it for a while. This is one where we're probably going to see gameplay on it. That'll probably be a big chunk. And then after that, we got a bunch of question marks. The one that we're pretty confident about, but not 100%, is The Last of Us multiplayer.
Yeah, so if people of fans of The Last of Us, the multiplayer was stripped from part 2 because they were going to make it into a more full-fledged game, and that's been a couple years now. So it's kind of time to see. It's been kind of rumored and trickled like it's there, but nothing's been shown yet. We don't know what else Naughty Dog's been working on, so obviously this is taking up a lot of their production at the moment. I think it's gonna be it's essentially gonna be like a State of Decay survival style. It's kind of how I'm thinking it's gonna go, because playing the first factions, it was multiplayer, and then there was a slight, if you did well, you recruited more people to your clan or colony, and then whatever. So your faction. So I think
they did have that. They didn't show anything. They just showed the screenshot.
Yeah.
But they said it's going to be a huge world.
Yeah.
It's being compared to what they say, like the Division and what's that other looter shooter game? Can't remember what it's called. It's on PC only. But it's like a mix between those two. And if it's like that, I mean, Last of Us Division style would be pretty great.
Yeah, probably set in like their Seattle that they created, which would be pretty cool.
Expanding upon that.
Yeah,
so I do think we're going to see that, and maybe something else from Naughty Dog.
Yeah, so they're also rumored to be working on a fantasy game. We have talked about that before, but we've heard like nothing. Like that's just been a rumor, and so we haven't seen anything. And Naughty Dog obviously hasn't done anything since part 2. So they're working on something, and they did announce that they were working on 3 projects after Part 2 came out. We assumed this Last of Us Factions was one of those projects.
The fantasy game's been multiple sources have talked about that, and the other one's a big question mark. At first we thought it was another Uncharted, but then they came out and said we're moving away from Uncharted.
And they said it wasn't also the Last of Us 1 remake for PS5.
Yeah.
It wasn't that. So what is this last project? Maybe they'll keep that one hidden still, and maybe actually finally announce this fantasy game. We'll see.
But yeah, Naughty Dog will show up in some capacity. And a bunch of other things that we're just kind of hoping for, big question marks. One thing that they would be smart to do. We don't know if it's going to happen or not, but this Microsoft Activision deal is still in limbo. If it does go through, Sony needs competition for Call of Duty right away. Because even though they're going to have 10 years of Call of Duty on their system, they got to get some momentum with something of
they can't wait 10 years and then cut off, and then they have no other game to compete. So
that rumor is that they are going to show something here with Haven Studios, a newly acquired studio from PlayStation, is working together with Bungie.
And Bungie's not known for making good first-person shooter games.
No,
at all.
I don't think they've made any.
No, definitely not good ones that are billion-dollar franchises either. So,
never.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's what's going to be shown here is what Haven's working on with Bungie. It is said that Haven's going to show up, so I imagine that's what it is, because that's what they're working on.
And we don't know what Bungie's working on, because obviously they're still doing Destiny 2 content, but they've, with the purchase of Bungie, they've expanded their studio, and so obviously what that means they're able to work on more stuff, and we don't know what they've been working on. So we think that's going to be a big announcement, as a kind of a COD competition game. So,
and I wouldn't be surprised to see if it is a direct competition to Call of Duty, be multi-platform.
Yeah.
Because they did say, Bungie said all Bungie games are going to be continue to be multi-platform.
Yeah, like have a presence on Xbox, have a presence on PC, even throw the Switch in there and actually one-up Call of Duty with having the Switch ports.
If they want that competition and that cash cow that is Call of Duty, they need to do the same thing. Make it multi-platform. So that could be there. And then we got some other ones. We've talked about it several times. At this point, I have zero confidence in it happening, but Blue Point Games is the one that made the Demon Souls remake, and there's been rumors that they are working on a Bloodborne remake that will dual launch on PC as well, similar to what The Last of Us Part 1 did. So that could show up, but at this point I don't have a whole lot of faith in Bloodborne coming back. I don't know what the deal is with it.
But Bloodborne, as it is currently, is still one of the greatest games Sony's ever put out.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's why
it's still the highest rated FromSoft game out there.
Yeah.
And Sony owns it. FromSoft doesn't own the rights to that.
Yeah, so I think they might be tenuous to kind of even just touch it, because even now people are still getting it. It was on the PS Plus collection, and people were getting it and loving it as a previous generation game, because it was so well done, and just it's a FromSoft game, so the quality's good.
Gameplay fantastic.
So we'll see, and maybe it's just gonna end up being a PC port for it, which might be good to kind of bring that. Because
bring it to a new audience.
Dark Souls has a huge population on the PC, so maybe throwing another FromSoft game in there,
it would sell so well.
Really, really well. Considered the best FromSoft.
They could throw it. They wouldn't even have to do a remake. They could just do a nice HD remaster of it, and they could throw it up for $60 and it'll sell.
Yeah.
Full price, no problem. So that we're not sure about. Then we got some other things. We got Silent Hill 2 is probably going to make an appearance. In what capacity?
You mean abandoned?
Yeah, abandoned. Who knows what that is? Abandoned. So, but yeah, Silent Hill 2, that's what we've talked about for a while, is that Abandoned was Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill.
Or is it?
But who knows, because that whole interactive app is gone. I don't want to dive into that, but Silent Hill 2 is going to make an appearance.
And then I think at that point, we're just kind of speculating, because there's been several studios that haven't released a game in numbers of years. Bend Studio being one of them. They've been kind of relegated to a support studio, but they did, Days Gone was their kind of big game, and at first it didn't do well, but I think it's gained popularity over the years.
It has.
As a pretty good game, and they kind of said they want to make a second one. They haven't really got approval from the higher up, so maybe they finally have, or they're working on something else.
The rumor was they're working on a brand new IP.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to finish up that, and then maybe, depending on how they do on that, get permission to make Days Gone 2.
So hopefully, we see something from Bend Studios, because we think the other studios like Santa Monica, Gorilla, I don't think we're going to see from them, because they've put out stuff pretty recently. Sucker Punch probably won't have an appearance.
Sucker Punch up there.
Maybe.
If we see something, it'll probably be a Ghost of Tsushima port to PC.
Yeah. Or maybe they'll, bring back an IP of, either Infamous or Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper trilogy, something like that.
You never know, but I don't think we're going to see Ghost of Tsushima 2 at all from them.
We also got Housemarque. I think Housemarque might show up with something. They've been working on something at this point, because Returnal's been done for 3 years now. So we're probably going to see something from them. And they just have surpassed expectations for Sony. Sony was so impressed with them that they wanted them to join the studio team. So I would be surprised to see Housemarque show up.
Yeah.
And then we've been told from PlayStation that they're working on several live service games, whether that be something completely new. It could be from Guerrilla Games. They've apparently been working on a multiplayer Horizon style game, which is probably going to be a live service style. We might see that make an appearance. We're probably going to see some random PSVR 2 games thrown in there.
Yeah.
Whether that be something from current IP they have or brand new games. Who knows? But that's going to make an appearance of some sort. But,
and there may be some fun hardware thing showing off here. Because they, maybe.
And, we might see new hardware that we talked about one of our
a slim console or a pro console getting announced.
The handheld that was rumored.
There are, like we've talked about, there are 3 potential new consoles on the horizon. So I don't know if
we'll watch that video.
Yeah. Then we'll come back and watch this. We'll come back to this point,
and then you'll understand what we're talking about now.
So maybe we'll see something there. I don't know if it's too early for that. But like we said, this showcase is a really big surprise, because we've had shorter state of plays leading up to this, but this is an hour-long showcase, and we, off the top of our head, can only really say 4 games we're pretty certain are going to show up, and they're not going to give 25 minutes per
Final Fantasy, Spider-Man, Silent Hill,
Factions.
Death Stranding 2, I think are the for sure. Factions, 80% sure.
So that's 20 minutes per game. I don't think they're going to spend that much time on there. So
no. Who knows? Let us know what you guys think. What do you think we're going to see in this? Are you excited for this showcase? You think they're going to just do awesome and go back to how they were in PlayStation showcases in the past? Or you think it's still going to be a little bit of a... Yeah. Or is it going to be a letdown, like kind of how some of their recent ones were? Remember their last showcase was a big letdown. So what did we say? Sony pulled a Nintendo.
Yeah.
That was what we said on the last one.
I believe so.
Expectations were here, and then it performed here. So that could happen. Who knows? Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. We love to chat with you. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends. We hope to see you again soon on
Super Platinum Achievement.
See you Wednesday. Maybe.